Ladies, happy Thursday. She can Fat Policy. Ladies, let me tell you something. Being a grown, mature adult doesn't mean just because you pay the bills, you have materials, you make a certain amount of money, you have everything that looks good on the outside. Being a real woman is about taking accountability for your choices, your reactions, and your responses, and not being a victim and not blaming it on everything outside of yourself, but taking ownership to look deeper within yourself on the issues and problems and triggers that you deal with. Regardless of what the world's bringing, regardless of what somebody else is doing around you, we all have control over how we react and respond. We don't want to get to the root of our own issues. So what we do is we sit here and put blame on somebody else outside of us for why we chose to yell, scream, get angry, and swear. We're not made to sit here and be victims of life and situations and other people. We're not made to sit here and let somebody else take power over us where we're reacting and responding from spaces we know we shouldn't. We shouldn't be walking on eggshells either. We shouldn't be people pleasing because we're afraid of how somebody's going to react and respond. You got to take ownership of your life and speak up in every area, no matter what you got in your pockets, no matter where you're at in life, no matter how low you are, how high you are, no matter what you lost or what you don't have no more. Don't ever let nobody speak up for you more than you speak up for yourself. And don't feel like you got to walk on eggshells. We always think we got to have something else outside of ourselves to speak up, know our worth, and know what we deserve and don't deserve. But that's not the case. You can be at your lowest in life like me and still speak up respectfully and own it and stop being a victim and blaming everything outside of yourself. It's a shame that projection is easier than reflection. You know why I say that? Because it's easier to project why you yelled and screamed and came out of character on somebody else. Take ownership of why you're yelling and screaming and why you blow up, why you take things overboard, why you try to control people. When people don't give you the right answer, why you feel mad and you got to blow up. That's a deeper issue. We can't go around our whole lives blaming why we react and respond when things are uncomfortable or make us feel uncomfortable on somebody else. I'm learning that you don't have to yell and swear and become rambunctious and abusive and assertive and too controlling when something goes wrong and makes you feel uncomfortable and it's not from a healthy space. You don't have to react and blow up and get yourself all worked up and steamy in your chest and worried because things don't go your way. It's amazing when you get out of your own way, I'm telling you, and you see yourself not reacting and responding from places that don't serve you no more. Now, when things get me rattled up, when things make me feel uncomfortable, I no longer get the best of me. What I do is I realize that, what am I going to get out of yelling and screaming and swearing and being aggressive and egotistic? Nothing. That's why when you realize something in life, realize that no matter what you go through in life, ladies, the journey I've been on through jail, domestic violence, and homelessness, when my own family tries to throw it in my face, I own it. You never heard me come out of these situations a victim. You never heard me come out these situations crying, oh my God, look at me. You got to take ownership of what you allowed and what you chose to stay in. You got to take ownership of how you react and respond to life, not blaming the situation on somebody else to why you chose to react the way you wanted to. Take ownership of your life. Take ownership of your reactions, your responses, your ego, your flesh and control, and release it and find more freedom. Find more ease and grace so you won't get rambunctious, so you're not yelling and screaming and letting your anger and uncomfortableness and your triggers get to you. It's amazing like how it doesn't get to me like it used to before, because I've gotten to the root of where my trigger comes from. My anger, my irritability, my agitation, my overreaction, my yelling and screaming came from. If you don't understand why you do what you do, you'll always blame the external factors for why you respond and go about things the way you do. Simple as that.